actually. We're going to start in a minute. Right? We're going to start in a minute. This is basically what I do. You can see, or maybe look into the background, that I do a little bit of art. I look into history, but I look through it gematrically, through math and games. I look at life in a bowl, that everything you see in your bowl, I'm hoping to see in mine. This way, we can both partake in the social media platform at TikTok on this page. I want what is honest, what will bring us all to the same point. And I think one of the things that brings us to the same point, right? Well, I can go all the way. I think that takes us to the same point is this. It's this. It's ABC 1, 2, 3. What's 5? 5 is every number in a fishbowl. You know, it's the bowl itself, right? It's the bowl itself, right? Let's not leave out the bowl itself, right? I got to say this 100 times. Let's not leave out the bowl. Say it again. Let's understand that once you have the bowl, all 9 of us can come in and play, right? Now, how do we divide up? Is it the same bowl? Is a 2x2 bowl to a 3x3 bowl? Hey, how's everybody doing? We're all jumping into the same bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's the same rim, the same area. No matter what you cut out or build inside, it's from this end to this end. Numerically, they say it's from 1 to 9, and it's encompassed. You can only see one corner of the encompassment, right? Why do we have to see the other corner of the encompassment? Obviously, it's going to be the same. They add, we add, what they got, we got. You know, if you take a 2x4 and stick it straight across to the other end, I bet you if you look at the other end, you'll see this end, right? When you look at this, square, cube also can be noted to be a hexahedron. Yeah, we're going to start in a minute. We're going to be up here in a minute. Give me a minute. Good day, good day, good day, good day. I'll be up there in a minute. How's everybody doing? We've got to connect the double sling of the silver cord. Now, how many slings of that silver cord are they? From left to right and right to left. All right. Do we have to go completely onto the other side? All right. Connecting the monkey face. 10. Monkey. 0, 1. Monkey. 0, 9. Monkey. 1, 9. We're monkey. So the outside skeleton. Number 83. Number 22. Number 111. Number 83, monkey. Number 83, monkey. Ape, 22, don't be a fool. Orangutan, orangutan. Orange angels, 111. The heart of all. What is 3 by 37? Or what is a string of 1 through 36? Now, a 1 through 36 can be what is 12 and 12 and 12. But in each one of the 9 12s, area space, you have the choice in 10, not in 5. There's 5 and 10. You have the choice in 10, okay, you have 2. If you take 2, okay, you get a slash, right? But if you take 1, then you get a double slash. It's either 2 or 4, or it's 2, 4. Where's this? In bowling, I'll explain it in a minute. When you're in bowling, this is your 10th frame. This is what it looks like in the 10th frame. So if we go over to the sheet or to the paper, what the bowling says, we can understand the unoccupied and occupied area space of where they get to write the score. You can also see in bowling, right, that in 9 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, inside the fishbowl. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Can't look who's here. Can't do that. So I get emotionally involved at the same time when I do these videos, and I got to talk to myself. I get emotionally involved. I was coming here just to continue on a design I was putting up on Jacob's ladder, which was 103-2197. Jacob being the bar mitzvah number at 103, or JC. The ladder, L is C, the J is 10, you have 103. Not only that, Jacob itself as the name, okay, starting with 1, 2, 3, which equals to 6, right? Isn't that funny? 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. The average is B2. How do you get that? J is 1, A is 1, C is 3, O is 6, B is 2, but J is 10, A is 1, so we have 1, 1 is 2, and then we have C3, right? And C3, that makes 5, and then O6, and that makes 11, and then the B2, that makes 13 for Jacob. If you read it in the long count, the J and O for Joe, right? Joe and Jacob, the J in Jacob is 2 times 5, and the O in Jacob is what is 3 times 5. Right. What is the tribe group association of the ancients that run with fives and tens? And what are fives and tens? And 10 is a double digit that really doesn't exist. The only thing that a double digit does, what does a double digit do? Well, I'm going to give you some space. How many rooms would you like to have in this hotel? And how many beds would you like in a room? All the rooms are the same size. And if I put 6 beds in the room, well, you'll have to crawl over the beds to get to your bed to get to the other side of the room. So if I give you a whole set, I'm going to give you a set. Listen, here's a set. You take what you need, you leave me the rest, and it will all fit in the room. And what is the set? Okay, could be one of 2 things. The set is 9, right? One of them in the set is made to go up against the corner. There are 4 corners on the top, 4 on the bottom. So are there 4? There are 8, but there's 8, only count 4. You don't need to count the 8. So it goes in the corner. That's the corner. There's 8 corner. You know what? You see the edges? There's 4 edges, but there's actually 12 edges. So hold on a second. There's 8 corners. Count 2, right? Count 2 for one of the dimensions, and then count 2 again for the other dimension extension of the 2. We have 12 edges, right? But we're only going to have 4 edges on the top. I like the way they put that D in there, right? A D is 500. A D is 500. This cube has 8 corners. And it has 12 edges. And it has 6 centers. The total is 26, the same as the alphabet. How's everybody doing? Obviously, I'm doing a live with nobody here, so maybe I'm just going to wait. Or is there somebody here? How will I know if there's anybody here? Right? Always says 0, no likes. Right? Maybe I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm just going to work on my piece over here until there's like at least 5 or 6 people or some questions. Right? Because I can keep talking to myself, but I want to put things in order. It's going to be easier for me. I try not to get personally involved in these things, you know. But I do have things to do, and they have to get done. I can't always think I'm going to entertain if anybody here at all that has any time to waste for entertainment, other than the mathematics and understanding the arts and the connections that we have with the ancient times. In fact, the words I speak today come from an ancient alphabet, right? They have just been over time made into what it is today, but it came from before. A, B, C. Is that all we need? A, B, C, level 1. We have 1 in each category. All right. You ever go 3 times ABC? So how would you do 3 times ABC? Because A is a letter, so what letter is 3 times A? Well, I don't know. It depends. So you see, we put A into a box, you know. I'm not going to show, this is not the box, but if I put each letter in a box, but wait a second, let's number all the boxes. So we'll put A in the first box, 1, B in the second box, 2. So this is what I was taught. So now, by what I was taught, I'm regurgitating what it's telling me through everything else that is put into the first position or second position or third position. You know what I like the most? You know what? The 9 is in the 9th position. The 9 is the I letter. The 90 degrees, the 180 degrees. Well, 180 is a 9 to a single digit, because I think there was somebody out there in Gematric, Pythagoras or something. Okay, somebody. We reduce it to a single digit. This is what they do in numerology or Gematria. I just followed the script. I'm rehashing the story, okay? It's like putting aerodynamics on numerology, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, there's this mystic something, I fixed astrology. I like that, the way it comes out there and says it. It's right, because I don't know what that's about. And if it's anything like I think, then it's going to be fantastic, right? The numbers themselves is where I like to begin. And I like to also begin with the truth that I believe most of us live. I believe that most of what I cover is something that everybody already knows. The things that I do go over, art, history, math, games, gematria of all that is, life in a bowl. Put the bowl all the way around and jump the 9 inside the bowl. Put the life inside the bowl that encompasses the O that is all around. O in French is water. It's 3 vowels. O and we, 2 French words. O is water, E-A-U, and we, O-U-I. And that means yes, but I'm just going to leave that on the side. So I go towards the alphabet. Now, how can I understand the alphabet, right? I'm not a teacher. Didn't go to school to learn how others learn how to understand the etymology. I didn't go into the dictionary and look what the Latin says. Oh, I will, and I should, but I haven't yet. I'm working on this from the blind side, and I come back and tell you these stories of what the numbers say themselves. I can go back to bowling right now, but first let's stay into the numbers. So the objects I use, and I'm going to come out with a book some kind of rule book or rules and regulations, oh, don't do that unless you do this. You know what I'm saying? And are we starting at 0 or are we starting at 1? See this? I can put it here, 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 and here, right? Each one of them. It could be the center of a complete area space, but in this scenario, this is going to be your 22 and 11 master numbers. This is going to be the beginning of the master number. Becomes the 4422 as a 4x4, 2x2 area space inside, equaling to 4 and 12. Where do you find this 4 and 12? Find me a place you find it. I'll tell you where. The 4 and the 12, right, are purple. It is an association of red and blue. The 12 also can be for the Bat's Mitzvah, feminine. The Bat's Mitzvah happens, okay, in the 12th year with a 12 by 13, okay, equaling to what is 156 moons. What is the alphabet of 26, 13 and 13, the bar mitzvah, right, times, okay, 26, okay, or 13, okay, 26 times 6 equals to 156, and 13 times 12 equals to 156. Why did I repeat it twice? Because the 13 is a split zodiac. It's a 616 split. When do we stop splitting? When does it stop getting larger? Platonic solid, the hexahedron. 6 sides, heart center, number 7, dictation, that every single cube has a dictation. It's 2 sides and it's 1 side. It's 2 sides for a pole, and the next side will be on the other side, but it'll be in the heart side that creates the height, other than what is the roof and the floor, or what are the 2 walls. The 4 through 12, the purple. In the game of pool, I use games to dictate different idealisms and understanding from where it cometh, the creator. But how so? Man made, man versus God. Imagine this whole world, man versus God. Everything I saw, man made. Where was God? Where was God all this time? Never here to help, never here to this, never here to that. My mother was here, my father was here, my friends were here. Where was God? The gates of the Omega Divide, the 7 days and the 4 days, and all the days inside the soup bowl. The oceans are moving. I am 80%. How am I to create a story if I do not use the words that are spoken today? and reenact them, and understanding the numerics that we live with, what these say, what these says, understanding position, understanding the rotation of the own number itself. 8, 12, 4, 8, 12. Oh my God. Not only do I get purple, but I get 2 water signs at the same time in purple. The fish under the sea. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 8 and 6, the vision of the 7th gate. So where do I find this 8 and 6? Through the tools that they give us. Is it a 5 and 3, 8? Or is it a 4 and 2, 6? Or how about if we bring them magically together? 4 times 2 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 and 8, 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Now I show you 3 and 5. And 1 and 4, is that after the death? How about before the Christ? 3 times 5 is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 and 15, 23, 2 and 3 before the Christ. 2 and 3 is 5. We have A, B, C, D. And we have 55. That's the story I tell you. Something you have at home, a calculator? Positions. We have all our positions over here. And we can switch these positions. Very simple to switch the positions. I think if I had something that was more solid behind here, I can possibly write, as this can be a backboard. Oh, that would be super. Just give me 1 second. Quick idea. Oh, before I forget. Have that idea before you forget. Okay, we'll just do it this way. Wow, I don't even know what I was thinking anymore. Wow, that's not good. Okay, the pound key. Yes. Also, yes, I just want to say this before I move on. I forgot about that. And I want to finish with the bowling. We have a 1 by 1. We have a 3 by 3. We have an inside 2 by 2. We have an outside 4 by 4. These, right? What numbers do they call these? The master numbers? Where are they hiding? Where are they? Have you been here before? Have you seen where they're hiding? In here. But we're going to locate them by using the map. Here and here. Are they in the corners? Are they on the edges? Are they in the center? Okay, so I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it this way. I just want to do it this way because I've done it so many times. Okay, so we're just going to do it this way. Okay, right? So I was talking about the pool balls, 4 over to 12, right? So we have red and we have blue, right? We have hot and we have cold. We have boy for the cold. We have devil for the hot. Did you know the numeric value of hot is 34 and cold is 43, 77? That red is 27 and blue is 40. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, right? You run the red line, you crossed over to the other side. Here's the split in the house. Here's the soul, right? We need the filtering coming down here, right, into the house, 2 sides, right? The spirit, that's what I'm working on right here to explain. First, I did the one on 12, right? And now I'm explaining how, see this, right? Minus and minus, I want to put the minus over here so you can understand that these two are the same to the minus. And the 7, 6 over here is the same thing as the 4-3. This is where Ishmael comes in. And the 13-13-13 of 2197. I'm just trying to remember where this comes in. Okay, all that is in with the soup bowl, the 9, the birth, okay, brings on the air sign through the association of alpha, beta, the 21, through the moons, right? 21, what it is, you count 1 over to 20 and 2 over to 21. The 21, okay, infiltrates with Mars, 2, 1 and 2. Earth with 1 moon, Mars with 2. In fact, it's supposed to be the opposite way, right? Jacob, right, equals to 31, 10, 11, 13, and 15, 20, 11 and 3, 14, and 15, 29. And the B equals to 31 and to a single digit 13. The L ladder and the J is 103. I'm trying to remember what I had over here. 21 on one side, 97 on the other side. So that is 7 and 3. Oh, yes. So this makes up again 7 and 3, right? The total of the two. And then you have the average of the two. You see here you have an average of, you have 4, right? But there's 3 numbers. So that becomes 4 divided by 3, or 1.333. Here you have 3, 19. 19 divided by 3 is 6. Is that what it is? 19 divided by 3 is 6. Hold on a second. Is 6.333. Is that what it is? Hold on. Oh, yes. 6. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes. So what 1 is, okay, when you have 1 divided by 3, it's 0.333. When you have 7 divided by 3, it's 2.333. When you have 2 divided by 3, okay, it's 1.666. 0.666. These two here divided by 3 are both 0, 333 and 666, one between 2. It's in an association, right? If we're playing this planet game, right, let's pull in the whole planet game and see what we're actually playing, right? We are playing from the understanding that there's 40, right? And we are the orphan children, as shown over here, orphalant on each side, right? Shown orphalant on each side. They total 5775. A and B equals to 3 areas, and B and C equals to 5 areas, right? And then we go on and we understand, right, that the house is split. You have the left book and you have the right book, but you come here and you rotate within the house. You see that point over here in the center? See the point goes on? See these squares over here? It means it's a heart zone. This means everything is shared, right? Why? Because all the lines go through an area space that is broken, unbroken. You can see the split over here, that when you put a straight line through the angles of what looks like 7 and 7, you create that 4 within, joining the two sides of what looks like 7 and 7. They're backwards. 7 and 7 backwards create that V, which is 5 in Roman numerals, but 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. So does this mean I have the 2 corns of Aries, or is it Aries on each side, or Aries in the center holding on the 2 corns from each side? Over here, it looks like a 4, and guess what? Abraham equals to 44 as well. The left angle and the right angle of the tetrahedron, a 3-4-3 passageway inside the house of Abraham by one of the virtues of Isaac and Jacob. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is that 3 and 4. That is 33 and 44. That is Abraham and Isaac, 44 and 33. Now what's down here? Oh my God, the yellow snake, the beaver. Why? Because it's a dimension. And we go in Canada, we go, the sailboat goes sailing away, the salts, the seas, and that's what we say when we go sailing away. And hi-ho, everybody goes, right? What do they got there on the plank? Are they walking the plank? What do they say? What do the pirates say? In order to understand the story, we have to understand the years that have passed, right? Something that is not a secret, right? It's just a holy geez, get up in the morning and, oh, what a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? In French, it is jour. I also do the association and differences within languages. Ishmael is number 76. Now, how is one person, because it takes up both the 3 and the 4, making up the 7 and 6. So where does the 8 come in? It's from one side and the other side coming down, creating the 7 and bringing the 8 down to the 7 and the 6 into the 7. The 7th area, okay, the 7th area is one area between this side and that side. When 6 runs through 7 into 8, right, it's still 6 itself. It's still, okay, the next position of 8. But in reality, where 8 is supposed to go, as you climb the ladder in one of my designs, okay, 8 brings you past here. It brings you onto this side, and you join in the upper panel here, 8 and 9, into a zone I'm going to show you after. Otherwise, the other area of 8 is when it trickles down the center from 7. I'm going to show you that. See, here is 7. What touches 7 here is the halfway area between here and here is where 9 is. 9 is over here, okay? 10 is this spot here. So if you're coming out as the 10 birth, you would end up over here. Now, where is this between here and here? This is the first half of 13. This is the second half of 13. But in reality, this is broken up in numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Okay, are the odd side. Where 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, odd. Where 1, 3, 5, and 9, okay, can only be connected through 7. 7 to 5 and 7 to 9 is what is 5 to 9. And when you look at this cube, when you look at this cube, 9 on one side, 2 and 3 on the other. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, equals to 5 and 6, 11. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, equals to 20 and 9, 29. 2 and 9, 11. 5 and 4, jumping. And that's not the only one does. They do it on both. Here's the other 9. 6 and 3, 18 and 9, 27, 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 4 and 5 equals 9. So you run all the way up here, you come out at 10. So what is this? If you were looking at rows, you would go row over here is row number 13. Row, row, row your boat. So here would be 13. Look at this as 1 again. Then look at the next row, okay, as 11, okay, and between 11 and 10. So this would be 1. And then this one here would be 2 over here. So you would be coming out in the eye between both sides. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? You count 2, 7, and then 2, 13 over here. 15 is the other side. If you're playing the game of pool, 7, 1, 7 gets you 15. When you're in the alphabet, it's 6, 1, 6 to get there. Okay, so again, we're back to this purple ball over here in pool. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 and 3 equals to 5. This is BC. But is it just 2, 3, 5, or is it BKT? Right? And is it just 3? Is it CLU? And what is the reverse of BKT and CLU? What is the reverse of 2 in the alphabet? Right? Or in 9? Right? Or in 7, is it 2 through 7, or is it going to be 2 through 9? Right? This is the Gematria 7, and this is 9. This is in a cardinal sign, and this is with the fixed sign. So I'm going to do them both. Right? So the 2 is going to equal to the L. The 2 is going to equal to the B. The 2 is going to equal to the O. and the 2 is going to equal to the y. You can say boy, right? Do we get that in there? Wow, you can't even get it. Wow, sorry for not taking that off. Anyways, before I get into what I just spoke there, let me finish with this. Here, these blue spots go right into the 7th area. The evens and the odds are a different area space. It creates what is the entire cube, right? It creates that dimension of the cube, okay? It's an angle, and that's why it looks like it's on top of each other. This area here and this area here, they're angles that look on top of each other. It goes to a distance. So these two here and the 7 is at the heart of both of these blue zones. These blue zones is number 6. The 7 is number 7. Obviously, they participate in accomplishing what is lower, which is the 5 zone on each side. One coming from the bottom right, one coming from the bottom left, one running with the zodiac air sign. Right? One running with the air sign. The master numbers are 33. Let me see if I said that right. I want to see why I said that. I have to explain that better than just saying that like that. This, every single box, right? What it is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, right. Okay, the angle, yes, the angle, the distance. So when counting by ones, it's actually a half area space. So you can see this one here enters here and then enters here. So there's an illusion at the same time, but it's telling the story that counting 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonally is counting by ones is one half area. Counting up and down is counting by twos. You can see that the singular dot here will spread out to have a dot on each side and a dot that separates itself as well, 3. Otherwise, it cuts the area space in half. It's to this side and to this side. This is what is the zodiac signs broken down. If they start to say the broken down, I have to learn more about the zodiac signs, but when they start breaking it down into decans, time of day, etc., I'm just trying to see where I just keep going in and out of my vision. Wow, I can't believe I just lost that vision. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. Okay, so and every single letter in the alphabet, sorry, every single number in the alphabet except 9 has 3 letters in the house. But when it comes to the 7th house, some of them have 4 letters, except for G and T. And G connects to E, and T, okay, connects to R and V. So your nerve, your gateway connects to your nerve. Your 5 is also your eye. Yes. Here it is. Let me take this. Let me finish with this first. Yeah, so we stop here for the alphabet. We stop here for the game of pool. How far do I go on for the dart game? Because the dart game is 20, or should I just go around this way? Right? 1, you go up to here, it's 7. Then over here, it's 6. Right? And then over here, it's 7. 3/4 of this will finish your 20. Right? From here to here, it's 7. Actually, just stop. Just go 1. From here to here, right? 7, 9, 11, 13. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas. Here, 1, 2. Oh, yes, they're separate. That's why. Okay, 1. Just let me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are they separate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is 14. That's good. The cubes go around by 14. Now, when I come down here, stop here. You stop here. These two are encompassed together. Stop. 27 is the heart of the alphabet. 7 and 7 is what is T and G. Forget about going up. Just go up here and down here and up here and down here. If you want to talk about the letter W, go on the diagonal. What's the difference between the W and the M? Is the M goes 1, 4, 7 over to 5, up to 9, down to 3. You see, the W would go on an angle, so you would start like 4 over to 2. and then 2 over to 6. So you can see it goes down and up and down. It's all diagonals, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. The 7 is not. It goes straight up, counting by 3s, then counting by 2s, then counting by 4s. Nothing's counting by 1s. The H counts by 1. When you cross over 4, 5, 6, that's counting by 1s and 2s crossing. 4 over to 6. A whole area space from 4 to 6 is counting by 2s. Bottom right, top left by 2, but the complete from 3 over to 7 is a 10. You have to jump twice. 4 over to 6, you jump once, twice by 2, which is 2 1s. Here it's 2 2s. That's the movement. So let's take this off. All right. We can also get into, I don't know if we spoke about the tetrahedron, the cap of the tetragrammatron, which shows you distinctly easy that there's a 3 area, a 4 area, and a 3 area. This is the ace without the legs. The 7th area, 7 times 7 by 7 equals 343. The lower house, 343.10. The upper house, 434. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, same result. Also to note, 7 times 7 times 7, 343, 7 plus 7 plus 7, 21, and 343, 364 days. How about this little thing over here? How's everybody doing? We're going to take a 2-minute break. Any questions? I can stay out here all day. This is what I do. Does it look like I'm run down in an old office and I'm old and poor? Well, you got that all almost right. All of it. The thing is, does it make a difference? The question is any of this real? Is this attractive to you? Should you be here for the attraction? Should I be making you jokes about Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall? Well, if I had a good HD, maybe I'd be sitting on the wall myself. 84 is the 3 cycles of the moon, and Harley's coming to save us by the burnt orange of the sun in the skies. So when you speak to me, you hear something that comes out of the history, mostly of what we all know for 18 and over, because I'm not sure who would understand and see any of this, but it's still a clean science not to note that 7 come 11. I think we'll stop talking right there. 2 plus 7 and 11 minus 2. Well, guess what? We have the male and the female phallus at 63 and 54, which is 711. The word come, C-O-M-E, is what is a palindrome for numbers. It's 315135, C3015, M13, E5. So it's 315135. Semi-palindrome also for crucifix. The crucifix is CE3, R18, C3, R18, U21, C3, I9, F6, I9, X24. If I break it down to a straight singularity, it would be, it would be 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, 3, 9, 6, 9, 6. But I want to break it down again. I want to go 1 times 3. I want to go 3 times 6. I want to go 3 times 7. I want to go 1 times 3. I want to go 3 times 3. I want to go 2 times 3. I want to go 3 times 3. I want to go 8 times 3. And that spells crucifix. I'll bring back this board in a minute. Yeah, I just keep, So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be working. I'm going to take like a 5 or so minute break, but I'm going to be working on this over here. You're going to give me a 2-minute break. I will. If there's someone that wants to come up, I will bring them up immediately. Okay, it's 1:04. Okay, every hour, every minute, every second, everything says something. You know why? It's a number. I do number science, 5 and 5 is 10. But wait a second, 10, and it took 2 numbers to create it. That's 50%, no matter what. Even if you say 6 and 4, 7 and 3, wait a second, 7 and 3, I heard of that. They're 2 air signs, 7 and 3, 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 is 21, and 10 equals to 31. Oh my God, guess what? The 31st area in Monopoly is go to jail. It's also number 71, which is AG, right? Everybody knows AG is the silver cord, and every 71 minutes is 1 hour and 11 minutes, and that's go to jail. Not only that, you go around again, it becomes 111, and that's the heart of the cube at 111, right? And the heart of the cube of 111 meets at 16 and 21. It meets again at 17 and 20, and meets again at 18 and 19. R and S come together in the 26 socket meeting, but not in the 360. In the 360, M and N retake their value and move over towards the equator. The alphabet changes from A1 to A6, from Z826 over to Z31, which is 4. We now enter onto Jacob's ladder, also reversed to what is known as EM, matter and energy, Elon Musk, 11, 11, 11. Fits right into it. Just gonna warm up the coffee. Someone wants to come up, ask me a question. This is not about me. This is about what we can do. I want to turn this into a game. We can take this into our house, right? We can play this online and watch the zodiac, how it moves, to the understanding of the numerics. We're going to put it together. But not only the numerics. I need an electrician. I need a plumber. And I need the others who learn whatever they know about the zodiac. Right? You can't know it all. Right? You can't know it all unless you know the little bits and pieces of what others think they know, what others believe they know, what might be true, what could be true, to see all the parts where they could fit and what doesn't fit numerically. You know what? Let me put on a 2-second song here. Break it all up. I keep feeling it's every, you know what? I don't like to waste anybody's time. So just give me a second. Where am I going? You know what? I had this question about God. From the unknown voice. Here's the updated. Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. Like God who rested on the seventh, let the world drift away. The system's genesis begins with light. Power surges on, a word of code, let there be light. And the circuits hum along, from processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. Restore points echo Eden, a garden full repair. When errors fall like Adam's sin, redemption's always there. As manager, the angel's sword guards what can't return. But updates run like saving grace, so we don't crash and burn. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. I stand, I rest on 17, standing, resting, says the horse, of course. The
drivers are commandments, each one set to guide. The virus-like temptation must be cast aside. The Sabbath is the reboot where the soul can realign, and on the seventh day it rests, God's design. Divine updates are epistles sent to show the way, fixing bugs, restoring truth, like prophets in their day. The system's bent because the rise of spirit breathes anew. Power flows, creation wakes, and life begins day two. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity, the Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. The seventh day has ended, now it's time to press play.
From the unknown voice of our Creator, creation, the darkened moons of Mars hidden from our sight, only to see the delinquent lunar moon. From the unknown voice of our Creator, creation, the darkened moons of Mars hidden from our sight, only to see the delinquent lunar moon. From the unknown voice. In the spirit of 76, linking up Atlantis, right? Linking up Atlantis, the T, or the T from under the ground. The L is the soul, right? For 12 representing the soul, the female, the two houses of Abraham. Atlantis, A-T. The A is what splits. This is the A letter. If you put it upside down, over here, the legs plug in over here. The point at the top is the point of the heart or the bottom of the heart, and the two sides of the heart. And it creates the heart, joining one side with the other side. The J for Jack is 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, the lower area of the systematic of 10. Everything that's inside of what is 0 is a double digit. It creates the duality of the moons of Mars to the singular moon. But in reality, this is the Mars moons, and this is what the Earth moons are about. You want to spit ahead? 7 and 5, right? 7 connecting through 6 into 5. On each side, 5 and 5. Through the virtue of 8. 8 goes everywhere. It's impossible anybody's here. How's everybody doing? So you just missed that. If you were just here, I can do it again, and I'm going to do it again. All these videos are uploaded to YouTube. As you can see, nobody's here. Or maybe there are people here, but I have no idea. I have to keep my mind off of that thing in the corner. Just a picture to some, but not to me, because did I just create the picture without a story? That's the question. Well, here's the story, and it's easy to see. Earth and Mars, whatever it is, they're two planets. They have names, real or not real. I've seen it before. Letter association, E-A-R-T-H. Letter association, M-A-R-S. If you took the two words, I can move the A-R. They're in both words. A and R are in both words. I got no S here. I have an E here. So I would put an E-T-H. In this one, I would put the word the or 33. I'd remove 19. 19 by 3, 57 by 6, 114. That's the moon at the heart. Here, what I'd be left with is MS. That's 32. That's a pig. 13 is what joins 3 areas, M1000, XXX. The S looks like a 5. The matter and the energy. The spirit joining the lower house with the upper house of the 3 houses. You see the V, the 2 angles over here? That's 2, 4. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, right? You're bringing your elements together, right, into the ring. Where does it say that? It says that over here, angled by 2, angled by 4. Bottom left, top right. If it was the phone, it'd be top left, bottom right by force. If you notice, when you move by 4s from the bottom left, here over to here, here over to here, you're staying within the same sign for 8, 12, but in each one of the cardinal, fixed, and mutable. 1, 5, 9 fire, cardinal, fixed, mutable. 2, 6, 10 earth, fixed, mutable. And what goes over here? If 10 goes over here, you see, I'm working my designs backwards. I'm not doing that. I'm flipping mine around when I get to here. I'll show you them on the floor. I'm going to do it this way one day and see what I come up with, right? But when I go over here, when I go to 10 up here, look what row it's in. This is an air sign, right? I'm going to an earth sign on this side over here. Earth, 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 10. But 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. It drags me back into the cardinals. 1, 4, 7, 10. Now, if I keep on going here, I get 13. But the thing is, the 13 sign, 1 and 3 is 4. It brings me here. But guess what? The 13th is here. 12 and 1 is 13. If you start at 1, you come back to 1. That's 13. So when you move another 4 in this direction, you get the 13. So 1 and 3 is 4. And you move again, you get the 17, right? By 4, 17. Well, that's an 8. 1 and 7 is 8. 17. So when I go from here and I add 12, right, I get 13. If I add another 12, I get 25. If I add another 12, I'm here at 37. 3 and 7 is 10. 1 plus 0, back home again. If I start here and add 12, 4 and 16, they're the same. The 12 I added, the 12 movement, the feminine movement, I end up with the color purple with 12 matching 4. Purple in pull, the high and the low. The 8 difference, the water signs coming together. The 12 here addition brings a water into the fire for 13. Now I get the 20, now I get the 16. And what's after 16? 28. What's after 28? 40. 40 back to 4. 7, the next time I come back here is 19, but it's a 1 and a 9. And then it's 31, and a 3 and a 1 is a 4. And then after 31, it's 43, but oh, look at that. 4 and 3 is 7. And what's after 43 is 55. Wow, Liberty 55, I'm here. But is this really 55? Let's check it out. 48 and 1 is 49. 59, 61. No, it's not 55. 55 is going to connect to 48 and 7. Why? I start at 7. I add 12, back to 7. I add 12, back to 7. I add 12, back to 7. That's 36. I arrived at the hash mark. I have to stop. The next one puts me over the hash mark on that addition of 12, if you're looking at 12 inches. So I was going to work on something here silently. I think I'm going to put this behind me saying working silently on this piece. And yeah, so Ishmael, yeah, I just have to finish with this. So Ishmael, one times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6. And Ishmael is the 7 and 6. So it shows me the joining of the houses and all the gateways. 1 and 6, 16 or 61 or 83, monkey, the magic cubes. Why? Because the empty space in here, every face is 9, so 1 and 8 and 6 and 3, and 8 and 3 of the empty space is 11. A 1 times 1, a 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 is 3. Play it back. A 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 is 8, and we have the area space that we occupy. 4 and 4 is 8, 1 and 2 is 3 in between here. 1 and 2 is in between here. understanding building the eye of the pyramid, understanding the Giza pyramid, understanding 25,920, understand the 440 music hertz and the 432 is 55 and 54 by 8, understanding the difference of 8 or what is the house of what is 420, understanding the 17 area spaces are between 4 and 20, that first, 21st, second, and third are the association of first, second building of what is coming to runner up. Communication, 1 with 2 and 1 with 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, is 2 is 5. Communication within the house, BC before the Christ, or how about the CB communication at 10? Bringing together 1, 2, 3. It's 1 and 2 creates 3. It's 1 and 2 creates 3. It's 1 and 5 creates 6. It's 1 and 8 creates 9. It's 2 and 7 creates 9. It's 7 and 8 creates 15. 1 and 5 is 6. It's 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Is 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So what about these numbers? That anything divided by 7 will equal to these numbers here only, because it's the association, okay, of 1 and 6 to create 7, is the association of 1 and 3 to create 4. It is the association of 1 and 9 to create 1. You now have the first day, the fourth day, and the seventh day by the association of 1. The same with the 4. The 4 and the 3 create the 7. The 4 and the 6 create the 10, create the 1. The 4 and the 9 is 13, create the 4 itself. The 7 and 9 is 16. 1 and 6 creates itself. So the association with the left and the right, or what is a total of 12, feminine soul, to what is the right, 18. The feminine soul, the 18. 3 by 4 equals to 12. 3 by 6 equals to 18. So it becomes 4 and 6. Those are the numbers on each side. Whoa. From the unknown. So 7 and 6, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, okay, is that this cube is 1 and 6. The difference is 7. They meet at 3.5. Ishmael, okay, is number 67. How does that connect? Because the heart of this, okay, is 3.5, like I said, which is 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 create 7 and 6 to meet at the center, the seventh inning stretch. So what is 3 on this side? Because there's 6 sides, it'd be 1, 2, 3 on one side and 1, 2, 3 on the other. But instead, it's 4. The center is 3.5. 4, 4 is Abraham. 3, 3 is Isaac. If they both meet at 7 and 7, right? Those are 2 meeting. Here is 1 meeting. You do not need 2 gates. You only need 1 to see 2, where the 2 need to see 1. Instead of being double up what these 2 are, to be equal, it is not equal, but brings the house together. 3 and 3, 6, 4 and 4, 8, 7 and 6 is Ishmael. 1 and 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4, which is the reflection of, guess what? That's Jacob, where Jacob comes in at 11, 11, 11. Jacob brings together this cube. This is the 11, 11, 11 magic cube. It's 1:24 in the afternoon. I wanted to bring up one other piece in this, what I was doing here. So I think I'm going to put something light in the background. How can I get a light shade in the background? Because I'm just going to be working on this piece, and maybe in 15, 20 minutes when I'm done, so I'm not going to be talking very much. How can I write that out? Let me write this out. Yeah, write this out that I'm going to be working on some stuff on paint. If you want to take a look, if you got any questions, you can ask. No problem, I'll answer. But I'm going to be pretty much silent. Um, what I work on is art, history, math, games, gematria, life in a fishbowl. I talk about the numbers themselves, and I relate them to everything that aligns with numbers, with words, everything that's ever been created, that a diploma from school has ever given out, all the greatest scientists, theories that has been shared amongst and accepted amongst the people, to the calendars we live today, to the ancient calendars, to the alphabet today comes from the ancients. We didn't just pop into existence and throw this alphabet out us, right? It had to come to us, the ABCs. And five, why? Because five is all the average of all the numbers, the upper and lower house, right? The lower house is four numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that equals to 10. And the upper house is 6, 7, 8, 9, and that equals to 30. And that's what it is. So I'm going to be watching this here, and yeah, just give me a minute. I'm working something online, unless I just put a little music on and you can watch in the mirror that's going to be behind me. Oh, maybe I can put that mirror behind me. That would be sick. That would be sick. If I can show it backwards, you can see this way and that way. I'm going to try that out. I am so clumsy. Let's check this out. Yeah, my neighbor just let me know something that's a little that hurt me a little bit. I didn't want to hear it. I can't believe it. She got put up only $15 on her rent, and the other guy was 20. They bumped me 30. Oh, that like hurts me, you know. When the no, there's no honesty in anywhere, you know. And you look where I am, you know. Look where I am. How do I leave? I mean, I'm gonna send the letter back, right? I'm gonna send the letter back. I wrote all over it, but I'm gonna download it and send it back. And not today, but yeah. So I'm working on this piece. I'm gonna turn my camera. Oh, I said I was gonna get the. You know, I better not drop this. Okay, I better not drop this. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yes. Okay. That's absolutely good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I did. Looks pretty cool when you mirror it, right? Now it's pretty heavy, so I'm hoping whatever's holding it, right? I don't even trust it. You know that? I do not. I don't trust this. I was gonna leave this on here, but I really, really, really don't trust it. It weighs the best I could do. Oh, I know what I could do, right? I know what I could do. Oh my God. This is just as good. You know what? This is like, you ever see them making a movie? Oh, this is like, that's it. This is the movie. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to have more surround sound. Da-da. It's 1/3 the house. Jacob's ladder. 11 times 11 times 11. Take out Rubik's Cube. Turn Rubik's Cube around. Everybody must have a Rubik's Cube. Any size, it doesn't matter. Even look at it online. You can find it online. Everything that I do, or just about everything that I do, I think everything that I do, other than some of the mixed up equations that I do, but I still do it and I share it. Is there a charge? Here come the bulls. I'm the charge. I'm coming full packed with energy. I'm full of charge. Why do I share it with everybody? Because the more everybody knows, the more people, the more it can be retained by others. I don't have to hold on to it all to say, oh my God, what didn't I say today? What is put in the book? Everybody becomes part of me. And then we start to enter it into this game, and you share and I become part of you and you become part of me. How? ABC 1, 2, 3. It's only about the alphabet, learning about what each letter actually is directing itself towards and in the situation in the word it's used for. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters, stop. Why stop? Engagement. Now you can go again. What is 10? Is it the soup bowl that you are in? Is it 10 for 1 area space, 2 area space, 3 area space, 4 area space? As dictating 1 and 9, 10? I didn't say Dick Cheney. 1 and 9, 10, fire, 3 and 7, air, 4 and 6, earth and water, 8 and 2, earth and water. Did you cross through 5, 5, 5, 5? I said, stop, 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 stop. Angels, 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 angels in jail, in jail, in jail. Where do you see angels in jail? A, 1, N, 14. A through N equals to 105. 3.5 times 3 is the heart of the cube. The lower house and the upper house, 105 is between 10 and 11. 21. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. Communication. Angels in jail. Angel equals to 39. 10 equals to 39. The 13 or the 1/3. What is A, B, C, D? 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. What is 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 30? That's the same 1003, 103. Jesus Christ also noted the month of September, the planet of Mercury. What is 1 and 2? Equals to 3. What is 1, 2, 3, 4? Equals to 10. What is A, B, C, D? And the first association of A, B, the extension of all four, or its reflection, or what is AD equals to E, what is BC equals to E, so now you have 55. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, equals to what is 42 and 13, or what is ABCD? Equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. And this is where Ishmael comes into the house of Abraham, joining the two in the beaver house, the double nickel running in the saline salts of the dimensions. Is it 3 and 4, 7? Or is it 5 minus 2, 3? That's 2, 3, 4, 5. The both of them, 3 plus 4, 5 plus 2 equals 7 and 7. The 1 and 6 is 7. Do you know what the reflection of 1 and 6 is in numbers? Well, if 1 and 6, or 1 plus 5 equals to 6, then 4 plus 5 equals 2, because you're AD, right? Whoop, 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 whoop. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is not working. Hold on. I don't know what it is. I got a paper from, for the Ren hike, right? And they gave me a paper, wasn't even signed. I'm like, what? You give me a paper not signed. If I sign it and send it back, I don't sign it. You sent me nothing. It wasn't signed. I mean, you can say anything you want, I could have found it on the street. Didn't make any sense. And then 2 people in here told me they got less of a hike than I did. There's no change in it. You know what the rule is in my apartment? Everybody's got a washer and dryer. They won't let me have one. You know what it means, clean and net? Well, that's the name of the company. It's Bonnie Clean and Net. If the minute I saw the name for the first time, I says, oh, good, I love it. Somebody's going to be clean. But this place is really spick and span. So do I want spick and span? Well, maybe that's not too true, but you know what? What's the difference? This way or this way? Are you awake or asleep? H and I. Is it I or is it H? If it's H, you cross over this way, right? This looks like I. This is I. It bars to both sides. I'm awake, right? So what is this one? This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Connect, 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 connect. I connect these 5, encompassed by these 4. Every single card, okay, except, should I go through the card stuff now, or should I finish doing what I was Let me finish working what I was on. How you doing, Kate? Kate and Hatem and Devon, the invisible people, or whatever it is, wherever we are, there is nobody. There's only I, and I must treat myself with the invisible people like I would treat myself, because I'm out here and I have to watch myself again. So I don't want to fool around too much, because I do have to watch these videos and others don't have time. But if you process these videos through Chat GPT and ask them, what do I do? What does this 18-year-old man do 44 years later in his life? Because it's 18 and over, right? So I'm an 18-year-old 44 years later. That's when I began to where I was allowed to participate, where participation began. So double digits start at 10. If that's the soup bowl, but it's the connection, is it my first connection to 0 over to 9 and 0 over to 3 and 0 over to 2 and 0 over to 1? Each one of these connections will have different angles. Right? Is that I just like to observe these things, see what else I can come up with. Right? Like this. So if I started at 0 over here, right? I'm going to start from this area here, or this area here, the furthest area. Oh, you know what I can do? All right. So I go from 0, right? I'm going to do it from the center over to 6. And then I'm going to go 0 over to 2 and 0 over to 1. Look at that. So what are those angles? That is my first ABC angle from 0. Now the question is like this. Should I be starting from here, 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 or here? If I start from here and extend myself to here, I will end up in here. As I come to understand that this cross over here has separated 1, 4, 1, 7, 9, and 3, that it should have only been, hold on a second, how can I do this? Yeah, it should have only been 4. Should have only been 4. You know what I'm saying? Just these 4, or these 4, or these 4, or these 4. The 4 for the feminine. It becomes 4, and the next one is 12, and the next one is 20, and the next one is 28. This one, okay, is 1, and the next one is 8, and the next one is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So it goes 8, 16. Here it goes 4, 12, 20, 28. On the other one, it goes 1, 9, no. 1, 8, 16, 24. So the 28, 24, the 7 times 24, the 6 times 28 is the 168 hours there are in a week. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, equaling to the Abraham house of these 4 areas, right? And these 4 areas over here. And then you go ahead, all right? 4 and 4 connect here. 4 connects to 1, all right? That's 5. And 4 connects to 1, and that's 5. We got 5 and 5 is 10. They both connect into the heart right over here. 4 and 4. The thing is, the bottom 4 and the top 4, when you open the door, okay, what is A, B, C, D in the bottom and A, B, C, D in the top? When you open up door number 1 of A, it says A1. Door number 2 says B2. door number 3 says C3. And then the corridor, 3 and 4 are a corridor. This is a corridor over here. And that equals to a 7, right? This is also a corridor, and that equals to a 7, these two, right? Now, you have this, the upper house, when you open up, what is 1A, right, is not 1A. It becomes A9, then it becomes B8, C7, D6. Now, check this out. In the alphabet, in reality, in a single digit, A is 9, but against the alphabet, A is 8. Try and figure that one out. All right, do you get what I'm saying? 1 plus 8 equals to 9. Let me see if I can explain this again. When you end that Z, Z is 26, right? Why aren't we going to the 27th letter? Where is the 27? According to the cube, the 27th letter would be in row 2 and right over here. You don't see it, right? It controls the area space of here. It controls the area space of here, the area space of here, the area space of here, and the back area space, right, in the center. And that's your 6. When you're building your first dimensional cube, all you actually need, okay, is when you build your first cube, you need 9 and 9 to create. The area space you need in order to create this cube, right? Actually, I shouldn't say that. You can actually do this and then come into here and do this, right? So to create this cube, which is a 22, the upper one is a 33. To create this cube, which is the window cube, okay, this is the one for the donut over here, a 3 by 3. It's the 1 by 1 area space, which has no value or might have a value if you value it as the hole in the donut and then to the soup bowl. But then if we have that hole in the donut, the question is, will everything leak out of the tub? You know, they don't put the water. Do they put the water coming out of the center of the tub or the shower? Anyways, so to get inside this one over here, what is the area space I need for this? I asked my nephew to send me over some work that he's doing so I can, I don't know, just take a look at it. I'm going to show you the beginning of this, and I'm going to take a 2-minute break. It's actually like this. But I had the idea, right? And everything that I do already exists somewhere. You can find it online. You know, everything's online. I'm not doing anything new. I don't want to bring anything new to the table. I don't want to convince anybody of anything. You know, I'm working on this, right? This is the changes. I'm making some changes to this. There's a few things missing. I already did the 12, right? This is the 13. I don't know what this one is. What's this one? Yes, here's the 12, right? I'm working, I have to redo this one, work on the 13. There's a lot of stuff missing on here, right? I want to come out with these cards, right? Get everybody some cards. Hopefully I can sell some cards online for like 39 cents for the price of a hockey card or something. I don't know. Okay, I have to generate something here. I'm going to have to seize partial operations during the day or something. You know, I need that liberty to think, but then engaging with others is very good too, right? So we have this over here. The soul is for the angels, number 39, 3 times 1 for that 39. It's 36 and 3 because it's 1 between 2 equaling to 3 for the association of communication. Here shows you you're in the halfway house, 7 and 1 come together. That's a silver cord. 8 shows you it comes from all sides of the house. That's where 8 fits in with everything. Everything returns to 8. 8 times 1, 8 times 2. 8 acts like 1. 8 times 2 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 8 times 3 is 24, 2 and 4 is 6. 8 by 4 is 32. 3 and 2 is 5. You bring 5 on to connect. 7 and 8 are a power source. They're a singularity. 1 and 2, 2 at 7 is 9. 1 and 8 is 9. 2 for Mars moons, 1 for Earth moon. This is what I just showed you in design. You have a design with 16 windows, right? And you connect only 14 of the 16 by using the shape of 9 and 9. You can do it with 4, but you can't because 4 is already a 2 by 2 and it's already in one door. Each door is of 8. You use 7 of those 8. You start with 6. 3 to 1 below. They even have you have obligations in certain realms, like when you go down to different places where the odds come out. The minimum is 1 to 9, and they tell you the minimum of 1 to 9, you must put down 2 chips in order to get back 2 chips plus 10 cents, and that would be the dimensions. One dimension that runs the double nickel because of the 2 houses. Before the Christ, after the death. The 2, 3 is where apparently we are in between. The ladder, Jacob's ladder. What a story it is. Is Eve, is 11, is 7. You see the TH in the word 8? I don't need to put that T because it ends with a T. In soul, in French, just put AME here, and that's Am. Like in same would be the spirit of Am. What is Am? What is OU? What is 15? 3 by 5, 15. 3 by 7, 21. 5 and 7. 3 times 5, 3 times 7. 3 times 5, 3 times 7. 57, 75. The feminine and the masculine. The reverse is F. The reverse is L. The L itself is the soul. Why is it shaped like this? We only bring together 6. We bring together 6 and we leave alone 3. We bring together which 3? Do we bring together the 3 of 147? Do we bring together the 3 of 258? Do we bring 258 with 3 with 147, 436 and 9? Do we bring together 3, 6 and 9 with 1, 4 and 7? Yeah, just give me a minute. ABC 1, 2, 3. The science of the geometric shapes themselves, the numerics that are supposed to tell you your height, your weight, your distance, your temperature, the time on the stove, how much to wait. Will it be medium or rare while the fire burns? Come join me in one of my lives and let's discover what we already sort of supposed to know. Thank you for watching, because soup gets me so up. It's been said There you go. There you go. Okay. So, wow, I forgot what I was talking about now. Holy Jiminy crackers. I was putting down this to design some stuff, and yeah, where was I? Just give me a second. Wow, I'm very embarrassed about myself now for sure. Oh, I was talking about this, right? I was talking about the double digit. Yeah, so you have the double digit, right? You have the double digit. Now the thing is, what are you going to put? Okay, what is it going to be? Right? Is it going to be the 26 letters of the alphabet? Right? Or is it going to be the 9 numbers? The thing is with this, when you begin, will you begin at 0? Will you begin at 0? Will you begin at 0? Will it be the 52 keys on the piano? Is it from the left or from the right? Left is 43. Right is 62. 7 and 8. Oh, yes. I said I was going to design something. I was going to design, man, I don't know what I was going to design, but wow, where was it? Yeah, I wanted to design something. So let me show you. Let me show you this design, right? Let me see. Do I have enough light? Okay. Now, if you take a look at the area space, right? Let me see if I got some. Let me see if I got this right. Okay. Okay. Here, okay, I have some separation. Okay. And this is not what I was supposed to work on, but I'll start with this. I forget what it was. I fool around too much. And you can see these two coming together. I like to call them the extension of Y, or the flux capacitor, the Capricorn stone. At the end of everything, they put that when you go 6 feet this way, the stone goes the other way across your head. Capricorn stone joining A, B, C, D, 10, right? 10, 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 7 and 8. Yes, we were talking about that 7 and 8. We're going to have to get back to that. Yeah, we have to get back to that. That 7 and 13, for the sunstone, and the 8 and the 12, the feminine. That's right, for Rubik's Cube. The feminine for Rubik's Cube, and the 713 for the sunstone. So we get this. So what is this? This is a 44 area space. What is this? Right? This is a 33 area space. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 55 area space. Well, what happened to the other area spaces? Well, you see this area space over here? You see this area space here? You see this area space here? And you see this area space here? All right. Well, this is a 2 by 2 area space, and this is an 11 1 by 1 area space, and this is a 1 by 1 area space. The difference between here and here is here every cell runs in singularity. Did I do that right? Okay, you see every cell runs in singular. Did I do that right? Okay, no. What I did here is I stretched it out. Right? No, sorry, wrong. What I did here is hold on a second. I want to see what I did. I want to see. So this is a 4 by 4 area space, which is a 2 by 2 area space to one side, right? Here, okay, and then here. I want to see exactly what went on so I can explain it. Okay, so here's all your sizes. So I have to be able to explain this properly. So I like to call this a little bit of a squeeze play. Okay, instead of it being the way it was, how can I explain this now that the lines are there? I'm having trouble seeing the vision. So let me darken something else out of this. right? So we crossed off this way. My original part of this creation, just give me a second here. All right, it's here. So my original thing is here, right? I went ahead and only took out one piece of it over here. 3 by 3, 3 by 3. In order to do the 9 and 9 and stretch out to the corners, I needed 5 and 5 to create this. Inside of this one, if I would stretch this one out, okay, instead of the 2 by 2, I would have a one area space. But instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, this one would be just like this one over here. Would this one be just like this one over here? The only way this one to be like this one, could this one go over here? If this one went over here, it would fit right over here. The 1, 3, 5 all fit over here. The thing about the 7, right, is what is 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. And then what is, if I believe correctly, what is, I'm not sure if I should do it this way. 6, we're going to go to 6. I think I'm going to do it this way. Six, 4, 6, 4, hold on. 2, 9. That's what it would go to. So what is this? These are the balls in pool, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, counting by twos. So did you see what I did? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, right? In pool, the upper house, what reflects these balls, what reflects the 7 is the 15. What reflects the 5, okay, is the 13. So we have 13, we have 11, we have 9, and we have 15. So we have fire, fire, air, air. These are the majors, okay? These are the major connects for the lower house. When we reconnect the upper house, okay, we must connect 9 over to 5 in order for us to receive 7. Sorry, did I do that right? 9 over to 5. Yes, 9 over to 5 to receive 7. Yes. So what happens inside here, okay, is that it becomes 8 and 6 where that goes, which is a reflection of 4. I'm going to have to redo this to explain this properly. It's not proper. Just let me take it off of here. It's ugly, not in the right place. I don't know who's watching. I can't see the camera. It doesn't matter. I'll come back to that in a minute. See, odds and evens are not the same. When you count like this, right, and I knock them off, between here and here, I went 1, 2, 3 dots. The 2 dots, okay, captured an area space between 1 and 3, nullifying it because there's only one area. An area working in decimals is 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, or what you can say is to split the right and the left hemisphere, running 2, 2 over here, 3 here, and 3 here. These run across over here. Okay, you can say it's 5, 5, but in all actuality, it's 3 and the 4 coming together, the 3 and the 4 coming together. Although you might see 7 and 7 equaling to 14, it's actually 3 with the 4, with the 3 equaling to 10. Right? 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 4 areas, all in singularity, it must be counted. That's a total of 10. The upper level of that, which is 111 equals to 3, 666 equals to 18, plus 7 equals to 10 equals to 11. The separation, I think, of the hexahedron, I said I think, right? But what is 7 by 7 by 7 equals to 343, and 7 plus 7 equals to 21, or what is 7 by 3 equals to 21 dots on what is 1 through 6, okay, sides. But the 6 sides, every side of the blueprints is 9 times the 6 sides equals to 54. If every cube has 6 sides and you have 54 divided by 6 equals to 9, that's a 9 per face per side. Right, which doesn't eliminate to now the 4 corners. And every corner has 3 colors. Right? 4 corners, every corner has 3 colors. That's 12. And now you have what is 4 edges. This is on your face. And every edge has 2 colors. That's 8. 8 and 12, right? That equals to 20. Plus, you have 1. You have 1 to the center. Okay? So 1 plus 20 equals to 21. Now you have 21 to a face in which has 9 cubes. You have 6 sides. 21 times 6 equals 126. You can also go, okay, what is 42 times 3, the Trinity? Or what is 4 and 2? Or how about 2? Or how about 324 vibration? Or 18 by 18 equals 324. And that's a semicircle, semiconductor, semicircle, semiconductor, right? And we start to blend in the angles of our zodiac, do we not? How is this working? These angles of the zodiac. How would you partake in that? I'm going to be taking a 5-minute break. We're going to come back and talk about this. The 12 of the bat mitzvah, the 13 of the bar mitzvah, Earth, Mars, history. But I talk about the alphabet, the numerics, the numbers themselves. For instance, we spoke about Abraham before, 44 and 33. Or how about the math? 16 and 8 equals to 24. 9 and 6 equals to 15. The total is 39. 39 outs in the 7th inning stretch, right? When you come in, that's 21 and 18. So it tells me about that. And they're both mutable signs. Not only that, this one is Virgo over here, and this one is Sagittarius. Now, if they're going backwards, right? If I want to go backwards, I can go backwards too. What does that mean? Start off at 12, right? If I go backwards by 12, I end up at Gemini, right? 9 and 3 equals to 12. So I take off 12 from this, I end up with 9. Oh, hold on a second. I end up with Sagittarius again. Hold on a second. 21 forward Sagittarius from 12. If I start off at 12 and I go backwards 21, I take off the 12 and then I take off the 9. No, I end up with Gemini. That's right. I end up with Gemini. Anyways, this is what is 7 times 3 and 6 times 3. Right? See this here and this here, right? Right. Let me show you that. Here is the 7. Here is 6 and 6. Here is a mistake. Here and here is 5 and 5. So we have 11 and we have 13, right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to finish off with those gates from before. Yes, those plug-in gates. 57, 75, 11, and 13, right? This one, okay, well, the movement of this number, okay, before it snakes out will be 1 and 2. And then this one will turn into 3 and 2. This one will turn into 6 and 5. And then this one will turn into 4 and 1. And this one will turn into 5 and 4. And then this one will turn into 29, which will be 18 and 11. So let me do that again. That's not fair. And then I'm going on break. Okay, let me do it again. Number 3, 11. 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Okay? 1 times 2, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 plus 2, 5. 6 by 5, 30. 6 plus 5, 11. 4 times 1, okay? 4 times 1 equals to 5. 4 plus 1 equals to 5. 4 plus 1 equals to 4. 5 times 4 equals to 20. 5 plus 4 equals to 9. 29. 2 times 9 equals to 18. 2 plus 9 equals to 11. So now we go back to 11. Our end split is 18. 18 is half the house being split. And here's how you work yourself up. 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5. The lower house is 5. That's your lower house. Your upper house is 15. OE. Why? Why? 1, A, D, and B, C is what is E5. That is your number. The upper house is what is I, F, right? Equals to what? And hold on, IF and what is GH? And that is 15 and 15, right? 15 and 15, 15 and 15. Here, it's what is 5 and 5. So instead of going 10, I just use 5. Instead of going 30, I just use that. Otherwise, I can go 10. Here, I can go 30. Right? And should I go 20 and 60? Because I could, as long as I stay at the 1/3 the difference. So this is where tennis comes in. This is the power, the G and H. Under the breath, 9 and 6, 7 and 8. But they don't run alone. I'm going to take a couple of minutes here for myself. Yeah, there was something I wanted to do I have not accomplished. I don't even know if anybody's here. Oh my God, I'm still learning some stuff. I had a few things I learned in the past couple of days, but this is where the I comes in. The 7 is, the 7, so you know the 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, the fourth one always seems like the fourth one. Yes, we can do it on the second one in a straight line to this end and to this end in a triangle, but the triangle, a one-dimensional triangle, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? If somebody wants to come up, yeah, before my break, I'll bring somebody up. Oh, let's see. Love Thyself, did you want to come up? Howdy, brother. So the brother from a mother, like another that I never did discover. So anyways, yeah, the word brother ends in THER. With the is 33. I always assembled ER 5 and 18, which is part of matter and energy coming in association with all the heavens, and I look at that as part of the sun. The minute you have the eight involved in it, eight is involved with everything, always returns to eight, and is very particular with seven and nine. The reason for this is when you say the number 17, 18, 19, and this is apparent in 77, 78, 79, it's also apparent in 97, 98, 99, for the reason that you do not say the number one. The number one, the number two are not, or the number three are not mentioned at all in the 60s and in the 90s. They don't mention it. They call it an association of numbers. Nine, six, three, two, plus 13. Yeah, 13 to 19. Combinations. No, it's a very random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 numbers. Okay. 15 numbers. We run the double digits just like we run the double presidencies, right? Although it remains in eight. We have 2, 4, 6, 12. You stood under 19, yet you have number 9. Okay. So number 9 can play in an association, right? But here it's not. I'm just trying to see where it's going. 33 by the breath, I know, but I don't know what the context of what you were searching for, right? It begins with 5 and 9, so I know it's a new energy. I know it's by the breath, so a new energy is coming in by the breath. The reason for this is for some reason I stopped at number 1 and I divided up the board. That's what that 1 showed me, right? And the 10 showed me association. So 10, 12, and 13 is 35, which is the heart of the cube. The feminine and the masculine, the 3 and the 4, that's the split in the cube. Okay, the power comes between the 18 and then runs the one side to the other, the 180 degrees right across, right? So that would be running at 3.5. The 14 associated with the 18 is 1 and 4 is 5, and they're a reflection of each other. 5 and 9 are a reflection of the feminine and the masculine. 54 and 63, the feminine and the masculine organ. I can go through a him and a he and a her and a she and a this. Right now, I'm just working it with the organ for that expression, right? Um, So heretic, her, here. Is it here? Is it H? Does it start with an H because it's everywhere? Is it because the energy that is within everything across the board, here, there, and everywhere, in 11 and 7, which is in everything? The T, which is a crossover, and the other side, in which is not existent other than the birth through the seventh gate, because there is no 9 in gematria. It plays through the fifth element of E, and the word river goes along with it. And what better to speak of that if it's all about us, is it not? All about the river, but the all about us is all about what? All about us. Imagine this. I'm in my house. I have to protect my house. Imagine God, the creator, is in a house and has to protect the house. I have to look for my design. Wouldn't you build a suspension system that the suspension will keep popping away every time it's attacked? And wouldn't you believe it's deaf, dumb, and blind? We are being attacked by the zodiac itself. We are being attacked by the periodic table. All the elements acting upon themselves, right, in the time being that is. But now, one of our biggest dangers is what the universe has never brought to us before. man has brought upon himself to note that we don't know what's happening in the universe, and we know what the elements can do. Look here what's happening on planet Earth. So we have an advantage. We become mechanical, fleshy robotics. Imagine if it was this. The universe is growing. Why? What's it growing of knowledge? Is it the river that you hold that's the greatest ocean that's moved, manipulated by oneself? Imagine if you can defeat something that's deaf, dumb, and blind, but you can't think all by yourself, but you need memory that comes back to you. And by the breath in the house we live is that mind. All together as one, working to beat the outside house, right? The elements, weights and measures, etc. This is what I see. When you say Hashem, I see heaven's chemicals. When you say Yahweh, the Yod is 10. It's the association of A, B, C, D, and all the power sources. Dividing things up in 4, 3, 2, 1. After that, 5 is a little tricky because can you connect 5? 5 connects to everything. Does 5 connect to 1? It sure does. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. At 50, it connects to 5. At 45, it connects to 9. At 40, it connects to 4. At 35, it connects to 8. At 30, it connects to 3. At 25, it connects to 7. And at 20, it connects to 2. And at 15, it connects to 6. And at 10, connects. At 5, it connects to 5, and so on and so forth. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I was going to create a design. I don't remember what that full design was. I was going to finish with you this. All your master numbers. Do you know that if I pull out this cross in the center, I end up with this one? In here, I'll end up with the masculine. In here, I'll end up with the feminine. I will fix this and this up. That 12 by 13 is 156. There are 156 area faces on 26 cubes of Rubik's Cube, all surrounding one area space. 7, 6. What is 7? It is one area space after 6 and 6, bringing the bulls together, flux capacitor. Harry Potter, the train's at 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 from the train, or 1, 2, 3. 4 and 3 for the waterworks. The bridge comes, the feminine and the masculine run together. How about it's the same? Here is a 13 by 13 area space. 169, or un seul, ici dans le milieu, in the center here, dans le centre, okay? But when we play hockey, I think we only play on one side, right? Hockey, you remove the two sides. I think we have to take these two sides, but remove these benches here. Anyways, when you count from here to here, there are 13 squares. When you count across to the center, there are 6 from the corner and then the center. When I mentioned before here and here is 4. Here is 1. Here is 1 in the center of all. Here is 4 at the corner, meeting up with the next games. 169, 169, 169, 169. Forget about the center one. 168 and 168, 12 moons, 336. Another one, and another one, another 12. In fact, when you encompass this one over here, you will have 1 week, 2 weeks. It takes 8 weeks to encompass this one here. A total of 9 weeks. 9 by 40 per board is 360. Why do I say this? In order to get this one in the center, I need 8 that go around it. I start from here, I go all the way around. We are in the E world, the exit. And you don't have to go 5, 4, 7, 8, 9. You can also go 5, 8, 9. You can go 5, 6. You can go 5, 2. You can go 5, 4, 5, 8, 5, 6. This is the skeleton base. 1 to 5 and 9 to 5, since it's by 4, is it the bottom 4? Encompassed in the bottom of the bottom 4, which is not really the bottom 4, it's 3. Between 1, 5, and 9, fire is 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, and 8. 2, 3, 4, 9, 6, 7, and 8, 21. When you're running here, here is 1, 8, surround it, 16, 24, 32, 40, and 48 is when you run the rim over here for 88. For this is made up of 4 parts of what is 4 by 4 to the corner, 16, 9 areas by 2, 18, crisscrossing each other, 18 and 18, 36, 72, and 16. The total is 88, just like the constellations. 12 and 13, 28 and 29, bringing on the child by Waterworks and Electric Company. Go to jail, directly to jail, 31, 71, 111, 151, Jesus Christ. 191, 231, 77 by 3, Christ. 271, 311, 3 by 33, 3 plus, 3 times 11 is 33, and 3 and 11 is 14, is 47 time. Beast. Go 1, go 41, go 91, the spirit, go 131 to the cycling of the moon, 171, 171, 1 through 18, half of what is, right, the perimeter of 18, or the diameter, whichever way you want to call it, you cross across. Yeah, I always have trouble with that. 171, 211, we had 311, we have 211, 251, memory, 25 is earth, 5 and 1, 1 and 5 is Mars. Yo, 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 yo. Come on in, memory. 291, 331. Again, 313, cycling, 371, 411. We'll bring it on to here, what the 11th area is over here, right? 111. 51 is Mars. 91 is Spirit. I made a mistake, was 81 Venus. 121, which is 121, 161, 201, 21, 201, 1 through 15 is 120. 1 through 20 is 210, right? What is 15? It's 717. It's the game of pool. What is 210? Adding 1 through 20 equals to 210, and obviously it starts. Here is what is 11, 51, 91. The spirit at 131. Here's the one in jail that we're cycling the moon. The king of diamonds, 3 of 2 eyes and 1 of 1 eye. 11, 51, 91, 131, 171. So here is the 1 through 18, 171. And 211. So what was I? 201, and this was 211. Here is 21, 61, 101, 141. 1 for 1 after the death and free parking. 181, 221, 261, 301. Jacob's Ladder, free parking. 341, 381. 381, 381. Okay, the gold. So I like this free parking. And then back to jail again. We connect 4 boards inside of this over here. And guess what? I am going on a super big break. Anybody like to help support or something for this channel? And thank you for watching. I'll be back a little bit later, or invite me up. Let's get this rocking. 2028 is the ding dong bell of this. I have to read a little bit more of what it's saying. The reason for that, all the numbers match in 2015. The 666 cycle of Trinity ended in 1998. 30 of association is what? What is, thank you very much. What is 30? The association of the upper and lower house. What is ABCD? 10 is FGHI. What is 30? the lower and upper house. The last 30 years from 1998 equals to 2028, or the Hebrew year 5788. So let me do a quick little jumping on this. Oh, I did want to do something about the weeks. There was one thing I wanted to do. So 5788 is 2028. And you know what's ironic is the number for man. Okay, check this out. They say the number for man, okay, versus God, right? Well, man is 28, right? But it's 13 and it's 15, 28. See God, 7 and 4 and 15, right? It's because of the color. You see here, it's 4 and it's, whoop. God is 19 and 7, 26. Man, okay, hold on. Let me redo this. This ugly. This one is 13. Okay, it brings together 3 worlds. Animal brings together 1. N, right? And N. Is that the way I'm supposed to do it? N, oh, and N and N, right. Right, that's my N and N, but let's take that away. I'm not going to fool around with that. Okay. Man is 13 and 15, right? Odds and evens, right? Although we see a 6, 15, 5, and 3, looks like both odds, right? They're actually both evens. This is actually a 1, and this is a 14 over here. So that makes it 15, right? But it's odd because one of the numbers here, 1 and 4, 5, and 1, 5 and 1, right? Like Area 51, right there, like part of Saturn Square. Anyways, man and animal. So we got man and we got God, right? These two here, they're dark letters. This is a red letter. This one over here, 19. This one here, 7. We have 26. We have 28 for the cycle of the moon. 2 times 8, 16. 2 plus 8, 10. 16 and 10, 26. So how does that figure out? Because then this goes down to 12 and 8, and this becomes the feminine inside of Rubik's Cube. The 12 for the edges and the 8 for the corners for the 48. You know 48 is for ring, pole, and sun, right? Pluto is 84. 328s, 421s. We're cycling in the cubic house. Abraham. 5788, the year 2028. So 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 2 times 8 equals to 16. 4, 32, and 12. Guess what? In the year 2028, we hit number 44. 2 times 2 is 4, by 8 is 32. 2 and 2 is 4, and 8 is 12, and 32 is 44. 5 by 7 is 35, times 8 is 240, and 40 is 280, 280, 560. 5 and 6 equals 2 and 11. I'm just trying to see what else I can see inside of that. Oh, yes, we're not only supposed to add the numbers this way. If you have 4 numbers, use 3. If you have 4 numbers, use 3. So the 5788 won't really calculate that way, but it's 5760 plus 28. Just to let you know that it's 28 years after the year 2000. This was the end of a cycle. 5760 is what is 3 times 1440, okay, plus 1440 is 5760. Hebrew time, it's 5760. 1144, 4 by 44, 4 and 44, 58, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 444 on the clock is the corridor between 333 and 444. It's what is 284 minutes, if I got that right. 4 by 6 is 2, yes. Okay, so it's this 71 minutes, 71 minutes, 71 minutes, 71 minutes. So what happens is with 444 is going to equal to 724. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. 7 times 6 is 420, right? 420 and 24 equals to 724. You see, I don't think numbers should stay alone, right? 7 times 60 is 420. The clock on the wall shouldn't only read as 235 now here where I am. It should also be 1435. It also should be the association of all the numbers. We're going to be back in 2 hours from now, 5 o'clock, right? Going to be back in 2 hours from now. Going to be back in 2 hours from now. I'm hungry.